last night outside a strong room in Kolkata. You're looking at the pictures on your screens. The face-off between the Trinamool Congress and the BJP escalated after TMC leaders claimed that attempts were being made to tamper with the EVMs. With leaders of the ruling Trinamool Congress holding a sit-in protest outside an EVM strong room in Kolkata of authorized party representatives. Then Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee herself visited a strong room and issued a strong warning. She went at around 8 and left only post-midnight. She also alleged that there are EVM irregularities. She spent more than 3 to 4 hours inside that strong room in Kolkata, and she said that any attempt to tamper with voting machines or the counting process would be met with a life and death fight.
एजेंट को इतना अरेस्ट किया, इतना वन साइडेड हुआ, उसका बाद भी अगर ऐसा ईवीएम मशीन को लूट करने के लिए, अगर काउंटिंग लूट करने के लिए कोई कोशिश करे, तो हम जिंदगी मौत एक करके हम लड़ेंगे.
So while the Trinamool Congress, while Mamata Banerjee herself is doubting the entire poll process, casting aspersions on the EC and also saying that TMC cadres should be guarding strong rooms, the EC too, especially the West Bengal Chief Electoral Officer Manoj Kumar Agarwal, denied all the charges leveled by the Trinamool Congress and then assured that all strong rooms are sealed and they are safely secured. He also made it clear that the Chief Minister, who is contesting from the seat of Bhabanipur, is not a candidate in any of the 7 seats under Kolkata North. And as per the rules, she is therefore not permitted to visit the strong room or counting related areas linked to the other seats. Listen in to what the EC has to say.
8 districts गए हैं, 142 सीट्स गई है वोटिंग के लिए. जो पोस्टल बैलेट्स हुए हैं इनको डिवाइड करना पड़ता है जिस जिस सीट पे है और डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाइज. जो आज टाइम फिक्स किया 4 बजे करने के लिए, एंड आपके डिस्ट्रिक्ट इलेक्शन ऑफिसर ने मेल करी ऑल द पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को, मेल करी आरओ को कि आप लोग जो कैंडिडेट एजेंट है आ सकता है यहाँ पे एज पर रूल. आरओ ने भी सबको बताया, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को बताया, कैंडिडेट्स को बताया. आपको 4 बजे तक आ सकते थे, आपके सामने खुलता वो रूम. 4 बजे तक नहीं आया तो उन्होंने रूम खोल लिया. रूम खोल के निकाल के वो सेग्रीगेट कर रहे थे. बाहर जो सीसीटीवी लगाया, जहां पे आपका बाहर जो है पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का कोई भी आदमी बैठ सकता है जिस समय तक स्टोरेज होती है, जिस समय तक काउंटिंग खत्म होती है. बाहर जो बैठे थे सीसीटीवी तो उन्होंने देखा कुछ हलचल चल रही है, एक रूम खुला है और कुछ लोग निकाल रहे हैं. वो पोस्टल बैलेट का रूम था, ठीक है, उनको काम करना था. 4 बजे तक कोई नहीं आया, इसलिए काम उनको 4 बजे स्टार्ट करना है. उसके बाद जब काम कर रहे थे उसके बीच में जो है हलचल सुन के 2 कैंडिडेट आए, एक इलेक्शन एजेंट आया. उन्होंने कहा ये क्या हो रहा है, देख लिया. उन्होंने स्ट्रांग रूम जहां पे उनकी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी का वो रखा हुआ है ईवीएम, वो देख लिया, पूरा सील्ड है, जैसे सील्ड था वैसे ही है. वो लोग चले गए. उसके बाद जो है हम लोग जो है हल्ला गुल्ला मचा था, ये हो गया वो हो गया. उसके बाद जो है सब एक्सप्लेनेशन हो गया, वहां ठीक हो गया, सब चले गए. और हम प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए ताकि एकदम क्लियर रहे. तो ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर Jachin, who is a candidate from Bhabanipur, is not a candidate from any of the 7 seats from Kolkata North. So she cannot go there.
So the West Bengal CEO has given a detailed clarification, but the Trinamool Congress is not ready to listen to any of those claims. The TMC once again is doubling down, is alleging electoral fraud, is claiming that ballot box has been tampered with. EC has denied all those allegations. But let me go across to our colleague Akanksha, who's with us. Akanksha, what's the latest charge by the Trinamool Congress? Take us through the details.
Absolutely. You see, TMC has said that the postal boxes were opened by the Bharatiya Janata Party. But let me put this into perspective and give you clarity on what the Election Commission of India has said so far. They said that all the strong rooms, they were closed at 5:15 a.m. yesterday, and after that, at around 10:50 a.m. in the morning, they sent a mail to all the parties. That includes the Trinamool Congress, Bharatiya Janata Party, the Left Party there. Now, what was this mail about? Election Commission has said that all the main strong rooms were closed, but there was another strong room in which the segregation process of the ballot boxes, that process had to happen. And in that mail, they have mentioned to the parties, in reference to the above memo, members you are requested to remain present and observe the entire process of the segregation of the postal ballot at the district strong room located at this place, Calcutta, on 30th at 4 p.m. So this mail was shot at 10:50 a.m. in the morning, and time was given for 4 o'clock. So 5 hours were given to the parties, including TMC, Bharatiya Janata Party, and also left to come to this particular place and also witness the segregation of the postal ballot. So Election Commission has maintained that all the main strong rooms were they were closed, but as far as this particular strong room is concerned, where the segregation process had to happen, that was open for the members.
Stay with us, because what you're mentioning becomes very important, and to break down those details here, we are talking about a mail trail here. We are talking about how parties were informed in advance. Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan is also with us, and he will tell us about these emails, how the Election Commission had sent out emails to parties telling them about the segregation of postal ballots. So the CCTV footage on the basis of which the Trinamool Congress is claiming electoral fraud, as per the EC and the West Bengal CEO, is of the segregation of postal ballots, about which information was given to parties well in advance. There was an email that was sent out. How is the Trinamool Congress going to counter what the EC is saying? So here you have the Trinamool Congress, which is constantly saying that, there are malpractices. There could be EVM manipulation, that the strong rooms must be guarded. But this email seems to become a clincher, the counter coming in from the EC. Once again, Akansha, explain to us the timeline, because we know it was at around 8:15 when Mamata Banerjee herself went to one of the strong rooms. Before that, she had released a 9-minute video appeal telling her party cadre that you must stay guard, you must be there, you must guard the strong rooms because there could be EVM manipulation. Tell us about this letter. When was it sent? What did the EC tell political parties in advance?
Absolutely. Let me put this into perspective once again and take you through the timeline, because as you can see right here, this mail was shot to all the parties at 10:50 a.m. in the morning, and time was given to them to come at this particular district strong room that is located at this Kendra in Calcutta on 30th, that was yesterday at 4 o'clock, because Election Commission has maintained that all the main strong rooms, they were closed, but there's another room that they have mentioned right here where the segregation process of the postal ballots was to happen, and they had requested all the parties through this mail, as you can see right here. Kunal Kumar Ghosh of the Trinamool Congress, Pramita Roy of CPIM, Partha Chaudhary of BJP, they were in fact sent this letter, and they were in fact informed that they have to come. They requested to come, be present and observe the
spotlight on that mail trail, which seems to become the biggest counter in this entire story. Let me go across to Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan. Madhav, an email shot out by the EC well in advance, in the morning. 10:15 is the time, is what I'm hearing. But take us through the timeline, because later in the evening, it was Mamata Banerjee who issued that video appeal. At around 8:15, she herself visits one of the strong rooms. Before that, we saw those dramatic scenes from the strong rooms. What is the EC saying in its counter, and how does it punch holes into the claims made by the Trinamool Congress?
Well, first and foremost, let's get the facts right. There were 2 emails sent. One was on the 20th, the other was on the 29th. While the 20th email was, sent at the official level, the 29th level, it was sent to the various political parties. And it's not only Trinamool Congress, whether you look at the left parties, whether it's the Congress Party or the BJP, all the candidates as per the procedure, and this is what Election Commission is saying, those emails were sent. And in fact, if you look at the kind of email addresses, they do contain the names of various political parties as well. Now, they say that this is as per the standard procedure, that the segregation of postal ballots is something that is required. And then in a separate strong room, the postal ballots are also, as per the assembly constituency, it is rearranged. And that is what was the process where the workers, the agents of various political parties were expected to be present. Now, if that was expected at 4 o'clock, and from the same CCTV, which, mind you, the EC says that it has provided to ensure that there is transparency in proceedings, it is a similar CCTV footage which is being used to actually make a point. The Election Commission alleges that one particular political party, in this case it's the BJP, as alleged by TMC, which is being allowed entry into the strong room. They have clarified that there is no entry into the strong room. It's as per procedure in the corridor outside where the political parties were expected to be present. And if by the admission of one of the TMC members they missed that particular email, should they then be making such allegations in the first place is a question that certainly arises. If at 4 p.m. was that timing scheduled for that particular meeting, if members of the ruling party, in this case the Trinamool Congress, did not reach, was it really correct for them to have gone ahead and made such a claim? Because remember that we saw the dramatic scenes of Shashi Panja as well as Kunal Ghosh and other leaders sitting down in Dharna late evening at around 8:30 p.m. and therefore they alleged that there was some kind of misuse that was taking place in the strong room. Even as far as Mamata Banerjee is concerned, going to that Lord Sinha area and where she was also saying that there was some kind of malpractice, alleging that members should continue to sit on Dharna all evening to ensure that there is no kind of misdoing or wrongdoing as far as the election conduct is concerned. And later, when she was shown all this detail, if Shashi Panja was convinced, then serious questions about whether this was just, Election Commission saying that this was just some kind of false bogey that was being put in place to try and drum up support. Of course, politically speaking, we know the kind of reactions that have come in from the BJP side. They are alleging that this is Mamata Banerjee losing the election and so on and so forth, and that is why she's trying to drum up this support. But nevertheless, all of this raising serious questions about whether procedure was followed. The Election Commission at this point of time saying that they have followed the procedure to the T.
All right, Madhav, before I let you go, can you explain to our viewers? Number one, you've put this on record. The emails also show that they were sent on 28th and 29th. So parties knew well in advance, including the Trinamool Congress. TMC, while Shashi Panja says that they missed one of the emails, explain to us what happens, what exactly happens in a strong room, what happens in the process of postal ballot segregation. There is a CCTV footage that the Trinamool Congress is citing to raise doubts. The EC has responded and has dispelled those doubts, but the TMC is just not convinced.
Well, as you rightly put it, the strong room is very important from the point of view of polling till the days of counting. In any particular strong room, the EVMs are scheduled to come. Of course, in an urban center such as Kolkata, it would be immediately available. But we do know, as per procedures, in certain rural areas, for instance, to reach the district center where the strong rooms and the counting centers typically are, it does take a certain amount of time, in some cases even up to 24 hours. And therefore, it is a day after the voting takes place that the strong rooms are sealed with the counting. As far as the counting centers are concerned, the strong rooms and from the strong rooms, of course, is later taken to the counting center on the day of counting or the day before that. But the point that is being made over here is those counting centers, those strong rooms, I beg your pardon, are where the EVMs are stored. They're also where the postal ballots are stored, and those rooms are sealed under supervision with the polling agents and the political parties agents of all political parties. They are present at that point of time, and they are, of course, made to witness all of those procedures. All of this also happens, and in fact, in recent years, there have been even more stringent norms. For instance, CCTV's presence at the entry of those strong rooms so that to prevent any kind of wrongdoing that would take place.
Right.
That is essentially the word or the reason that there is a strong room. It is guarded 24/7 so that there is absolutely no question of any kind of switching or any kind of tampering with EVMs to prevent any kind of such narrative coming in. And this has been the process in place for decades now. Now, in this particular case, the instance that is being, or the allegation that is being leveled by the ruling party, the TMC, is that there would be some kind of switching or some kind of foul play when it comes to the strong rooms or when they are being taken to the counting centers. Has that happened in this particular case? Certainly, of course, that's an allegation that any political party can make. The Election Commission, for its part, saying that there is absolutely no foul play over here and that the procedures, they say, have been strictly followed.
So the EC on its part is saying that procedure was followed. Thank you so much, Madhav, for putting out all those details in perspective. But now that the mail trail is out, now that one knows that political parties and all sides were informed in advance about the segregation of postal ballots, the Trinamool Congress is also responding to the email twist. What does the TMC have to say? Listen in.
तो ये जो खबर आप दे रहे कि मेल में कि आप लोग आइए और हम लोग बोल रहे हमारे लोग वहाँ खड़े हैं, संपर्क नहीं हुआ। अगर मान लीजिए संपर्क नहीं हुआ, कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी नहीं है, तो आप स्ट्रांग रूम खोले क्यों? आप तो खबर दे सकते हैं, डीओ है, आरओ है, खबर दीजिए, हम लोग खबर लेके आते हैं। फिर हम लोग प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं कि ये हम लोग को जानकारी क्यों नहीं है? देयर आर लूप होल्स इन द सिस्टम। ट्रांसपेरेंसी होनी चाहिए। ये स्वच्छ लग रहा है या अस्वच्छ?
So for now, the Trinamool Congress has a strategy ready until counting. If you go by the appeal sent out by Mamata Banerjee, she said that from now until counting, TMC cadre and all TMC candidates should be guarding strong room. So we are expecting more drama to play out. Will the same scenes play out tonight as well? Because Mamata Banerjee says that something could happen in the strong room. She is alleging rigging. She's saying that the process itself is there's going to be a lot of foul play. How are TMC leaders responding to the call given out by Mamata Banerjee? There was dharna, and here you also have Kunal Ghosh, who himself has been inspecting the strong rooms after the late night drama. He's going through all the CCTV footage. We have the latest pictures that have emerged. He's reviewing security arrangements as well. Here, take a look at these pictures. Kunal Ghosh, Trinamool Congress leader, is in fact inspecting strong rooms. He's visiting these strong rooms after the late night drama. He's also trying to review, the security arrangement. The TMC on its part is sending out this message that there could be something wrong, there could be foul play, anything can happen overnight. Here, that is Kunal Ghosh, who is looking at the CCTV footage after the dharna, the protest, the warfare and the allegations. Ridhita is also with us. Ridhita, massive, showdown in the state of West Bengal. Last night there was drama. This time the strong rooms have become the center of the flashpoint. The EC has come out with its clarification, but the Trinamool Congress is unwilling to listen. What is the Trinamool Congress's latest response?
Well, absolutely. You can see that I'm already standing outside the Netaji indoor, and just 50 meters away from it is the Khudiram Monotional, where yesterday Shashi Panja and Kunal Ghosh were staging protests after having an information about trespassing inside the strong room, which could have occurred with an EVM manipulation. And now today morning also we see that Kunal Ghosh himself had come to this very area, and he was again introspecting the area. He was in vigilance, talking in this area, speaking to Times Now. He has also said that as per the chairperson's instruction, which is Suprema Mamata Banerjee's instruction, all the candidates have to now come out and be vigilant about their own counting center, and hence this is his Beliaghata constituency is one of the counting centers, so he has been here. He has been checking the CCTV footages today morning as well. We also get an information Shashi Panja in some time may also come, because her counting center is also this. You can see the heavy deployment of police that has been laid inside. However, Kunal Ghosh says that as the EC has made an information yesterday over their tweet on the post that has been on the CCTV footage that has been given out by Trinamool Congress, he says that it was captured from their camera only, their TV only. Now question arises, if the CCTV
reporting from outside this particular strong room where the Trinamool Congress leaders visited, there was high drama. Once again, explain to us the significance of this particular strong room, and what have you been seeing since last night? You covered the dharna, you captured the war efforts playing out between both the TMC and the BJP, but now give us a quick ground update. Ask your camera person to show us the situation around that strong room currently.
Well, absolutely. As I talked to you about this strong room, now understand this is the Netaji Indoor Stadium, which is a counting center of 7 assemblies of the North Kolkata region. Now, this consists of both Shashi Panja, the Shampupur constituency, and Beleghata's Kunal Ghosh's constituency. The counting is taking place here. However, there is one of the strong rooms which is just today. A trespassing incident has been recorded. As per the Trinamool Congress, they have earlier stated that there was a movement inside the strong room, and therefore they had to come out. They have been staging protests just opposite to this area. They have been staging protests there till almost 10 a.m. Very late night yesterday. There was heavy police deployment. In the end, police had to come down in the ground to dispatch the crowd. Right. However, we have also seen in this very area the north constituencies of the BJP candidates like Taposh Roy, Priyanka Tibrewal. They were also here. They were claiming all the allegations by the Trinamool Congress to be false, and stating that this might be the drum of their defeat.
To get a quick update on what the Trinamool Congress is planning today, because Mamata Banerjee Banerjee has said that from now until counting, TMC candidates and TMC cadre must be guarding the strong room. She said, if I can be on the ground, if I can do this, this is about hard work of the Trinamool Congress, this is about the voting rights of the people of Bengal. Those are the allegations that have also been dismissed by the EC. But the BJP on its part too is accusing the Trinamool Congress of being absolutely rattled. They're calling the allegations of the TMC baseless. They're accusing the Trinamool Congress of spreading rumors because they know that there is a defeat that is staring at them. Here's the version coming in from the BJP.
From tonight, I will deploy two from my N2 person and Santosh Pathak, candidate of Chorongi. He will also deploy 2% to look after the strong room.
TMC leaders alleged there's been tampering in the strong room.
This is a rumor, nothing else. This cannot be done. They are actually making certain preparation because they are going to lose. That is why this type of rumor, 3-layer security arrangements are here. They can actually stay over there. They can watch.
शोर मचाए शोर और कुछ नहीं है. देखिए पूरा जो यहाँ पे सिस्टम है, हर कुछ सीसीटीवी कैमरा के अंदर है. इवन स्ट्रांग रूम के बाहर अंदर सब जगह सीसीटीवी कैमरा लगे हुए हैं. तो क्या चीज की घबराहट है? और उनके रिप्रेजेंटेटिव तो बाहर बैठे ही हैं. ये पहला इलेक्शन तो लड़ नहीं रहा तृणमूल, कई इलेक्शन लड़े हैं, प्रोसेस पूरा पता ही है. तो इस तरह से बच्चों की तरह ये हरकतें जो दिखा रहे हैं, इधर उधर भाग रहे हैं, घबराहट है और कुछ नहीं.
And he has been staging protests out here yesterday night. Dada, today morning you had to again come here. Has there been any specific issue which is why you had to come here again?
No, because...
We'll get you that reaction from Trinamool Congress's Kunal Ghosh, who has been a part of the protest, the dharna. Then he's been looking at all the CCTV footage. But the war of words is only escalating. The EC has put out a response. The EC has rubbished all the claims. There is a mail trail that's out as well, which goes on to prove that parties were alerted in advance about how there's going to be a segregation of postal ballots. And with that, we'll have to slip into a short commercial break, viewers. We'll be back with more news and updates. Stay with Times Now.